Well, welcome back to Excalibur's Hunt in the Backwoods, guys. We're here in Ohio on one of our food plots, and I've got the Micro Suppressor right here. Now, you've seen me for the last couple years do the Destruction Challenge for Excalibur, and that was with a Micro 355. The same micro limb set, everything's about the same as the suppressor, except the suppressor, it's got a bullpup stock on it, and it's got the sound deadening systems, and this thing is whisper quiet. But the Excaliburs are just bulletproof, guys. I have beat them up. I've thrown them out of a helicopter, drug them down a runway, even put one in an alligator's mouth and had to fight him for 30 minutes to get my crossbow back. But we're here in Ohio now. We've had a bit of an odd season so far. The hurricanes have came through, they blew all the acorns off of the trees, and these bucks are not moving. Now, one little thing that we do have going for us is I've got a 1 acre food plot of winter oats and brassica mix, and the deer are still concentrating in this area right here. Now, it's the October lull, but it did get a cold snap last night, and the bucks are starting to rub the trees and they're starting to scrape. Actually, we've got a scrape right around the corner here. But that's enough talk. Let's get up in the trees. Here comes the first deer of the evening, a mother and a fawn coming into the food plot. Man, they are just chowing down on them brassicas. They've got the big leaf hanging out. Got 1 acre of deer food out in front of us. Got a little buck coming in. He's all messed up. He's like a 5-point or something like that. Here comes some more does from the far left of the field there. Man, the deer are just piling into this food plot right now. We've got 7 does over here, and that little buck, he's in behind me right now over here in the CRP grass. This turned out to be a good night. We've had deer moving in and out of here feeding ever since we got into the stand. That just goes to prove if you put a little bit of effort into food plotting and provide a variety of different foods for them, you can have deer all year long hitting that same food source. And just before dark, it looks like it's going to pay off big. We just had 2 bucks come out in the food plot, 20 yards to our right. The problem is we're set up to shoot to the left. You've got to get out of my way, dude. That wider buck is the one I think I'm looking for. Hopefully they're going to feed out into the food plot and I can get around you to shoot. Yeah, that wider buck is that split 3 buck, but they're pretty content over there feeding right now. And the problem is we're running out of camera light. It's still legal shooting light, but we don't have much camera light. You lean back against the tree and I'm gonna go out forward and get around you. Okay, here he comes. He is down right there in the food plot, man. The Excalibur Micro Suppressor just stomped on him at, I think, like 12 yards. But guys, it has been a great evening up here, and we're hunting our food plot. It's a 1 acre food plot. There's a lot of food out there, and we get a lot of deer at this spot. It was pretty funny here for a little bit because I was all leaned out over top of the climber like this, trying to get around Kevin because I didn't want to hit him with this limb right here. That would hurt. And finally the buck started walking right to me and he quartered up and I pinwheeled him at 20 yards and he is dead right there. You gotta love Ohio deer season, guys. And my buck tag is done. Well, here he is, guys. Like I always say, a trip of the Excalibur trigger sends a luminoc right through a deer's lung, and he didn't go far. Man, it has been a tough Ohio season so far. October lull hit us on the opening weekend. But just the last couple days, some of the guys have been scoring on some good deer. One of my buddies from Butler County, Matt Best, shot a 198-inch deer. And then another friend of mine, Chad Dwyer, shot a 180-inch buck. But like I said, it's the October lull here right now. The hurricanes have came through, they've knocked all the acorns off the trees, and these bucks don't have a lot of reason to be moving right now. We're not even going to start pre-rut for about 2 or 3 more weeks. So they're just getting up, eating the acorns a little bit and laying back down being lazy. But this guy, he liked that food plot right there. But it's the only second time he's came into the food plot, and he just happened to step in at the wrong time because I was sitting up there with the Excalibur Suppressor at 12 yards, put that interlock right through his shoulder, and he died right here in the food plot. But I'm taking this deer to the house, going to get the outdoor edges out and get them all butchered up. Folks, you're watching Excaliburs on the Backwoods.